Those ships with the drones over New Jersey.
Oh no. Thumpa thumpa.
Wampa wampa.
Wampa wampa.
Jumpa jumpa.
Jumpa jumpa. So
It's your type of music. Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants. Welcome to GVSV.
Welcome back to GVSV. This is Alex and Carl. And today, we're going to be doing something a little bit special.
Special?
It's something that neither of us have watched.
Okay.
So, Dune Prophecy, Season 1, Episode 1, the pilot for the HBO series. All I know about Dune is that they're based on novels from the 60s written by Frank Herbert. And then I know that there was a movie in the mid-'80s that starred, or at least in the cast had Patrick Stewart and Sting. And the only reason I know Sting is because in my teenage years I came across these photos of him in like some blue bikini, whatever. And I'm sitting there and I was like, don't know what movie this is, but I'll take it.
Jesus.
No, but that's it. Like that is all that I know. And then they brought the recent Dune movies back, and I know that in that movie stars Jason Momoa, Timothée Chalamet, and Zendaya, I think.
Okay.
And that's it. That is all the Dune I know.
Is there a video game around this?
I don't even know that.
Interesting. Okay.
But sci-fi series written in the 60s, which I have also seen memes online about how there's a lot of overlap between it and Star Wars.
Oh, at least we could comment to that.
There you go.
All right.
So
Star Wars nerds.
Star Wars nerds.
Mm-hmm.
But
Sci-fi nerds. Not necessarily Star Wars nerds, because Star Trek is better. I said it. Fight me.
I mean, I grew up on Star Trek, but I will say that I have spent a lot of time in Star Wars because I thought my husband was a Star Wars fan. And then I quickly learned that the amount of knowledge that I had gained for Star Wars quickly outpaced his.
He has a casual interest in Star Wars.
He said he was a fan. Okay, so like
that means so many different things to so many different people.
Exactly. My level of fanaticism, when I get into something, I like throw myself into something.
Okay.
But I don't. The thing is that not everybody's like that.
No.
So when I like take something on that I, want to be a part of, like I get into it.
Well, I mean, that's a good thing. Could be a bad thing, but mostly it's a good thing.
Yes.
Right, so Dune, neither one of us have seen. So it should be interesting because it'll be the first time.
It's going to be our first double react.
You saw it here first, folks.
I mean, we saw it here first.
Yeah.
So join us in this adventure. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Home box office.
HBO presents a Jerry Bruckheimer film.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So much meaning in that.
Yeah.
What holds more truth? History or prophecy? It was an Atreides who led them to victory.
EMP grenades. Standard fare for your lone wanderer across the capital wasteland.
Well, that and,
Oh, yeah.
against tech.
Death Star.
No.
I know. This is a drilling laser that we've never seen in Star Wars.
But the history the Atreides wrote was spun out of lies. And I, Valia Harkonnen, would set out to change it.
Commander of the Night Watch. Sorry, that reference is lost on you.
It is.
Okay, yeah. Is it totally lost?
What?
Is it Game of Thrones reference?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Is that no, it's not the White Walkers.
No, but it was people who were made to protect the realm against the White Walkers. Men of the North.
She trained sisters to work as truth-sayers, assigned to the great houses to help them sift truth from lies.
I was about to say, the amount of exposition is insane.
Yeah. Curveball. Low and to the left. Baseball reference.
I didn't get that.
I know. That's why
So low and to the left as far as like where they're throwing the ball?
Yeah. The catcher will give the pitcher signs as to what pitch is next. And the pitcher will either agree to it or shake it off, meaning he wants a different pitch. And it's in the form of elaborate hand signals so that the opposing team can't key in on what's coming next.
But Mother Superior knew I shared her vision.
Man, this has a little bit of Game of Thrones feel to it.
That is why, in her final moments, she called for me.
So humanity fought the machines. The war was won by someone named Atreides. Some sort of sisterhood. Someone named Arcanen. It seems like there was a eugenics program. They were like manipulating genetics.
No, sir.
No. I mean, like, it seemed like what they were talking about when you, just now. Oh, this I do know. The sandworms.
These are sandworms? Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
But that's been in a lot of things, man. Sandworms?
Tremors.
To say the least, right?
Yeah.
Grow us. Safeguard our power. Use every tool. The sisterhood must be strengthened, or it will fall.
She warned us. Tyranner fell.
A reckoning. A holy judgment brought on by a tyrant.
We have to prepare. By putting one of ours on the throne.
Political intrigue.
Mm-hmm.
Factions in the Sisterhood would only weaken our order.
We were just talking about schisms earlier.
Yeah.
Adversity always lies in the path of advancement. Most would run from it. I would walk through it.
Mother Dorothea, what are you doing? Why do you need access to the breeding index?
The breeding index.
So I can return the sisterhood to its values.
You'd risk our destruction to keep your principles pure.
Because I did not want to fight with her on her deathbed.
This is us playing God, and we will be judged for it. But this great work of hers must be destroyed.
Dorothea!
Oh no. I was about to say Dragonborn?
What is that?
No idea. I was actually expecting a force push.
I will never bend to you.
Then take out your blade! Drive it into your throat!
Well,
That's one way to deal with opposition.
yeah.
Didn't you see what happened? She just
Herself.
killed herself.
Oh, well, we can't say that.
I know. I'll have to. But I'm just saying, like,
She
as far...
unalived herself.
What do we do?
Sisterhood above all.
That's interesting.
30 years later...
30 years later.
Years after the end of the Great Machine Wars. With the birth of Paul Atreides. Oh, no. So is this a prequel series to the movies?
What year are they in?
But I'm guessing 150 years after. No, because that was just after the Machine Wars.
So I
I
mean,
guess-
the sisterhood.
So I guess whenever the Machine Wars happen, plus 128 years plus 30, and then we're still 10,000 years before Paul Atreides, which I think is the main character from the Dune movies.
Imperial Guards.
Here for the princess.
Oh, they're here for the princess, apparently.
That's the princess's half-brother. He has no claim to the throne.
A man with no purpose devises only mischief.
Very well said.
I think the whole point of her coming here is to be her own truthsayer.
So they're training to be truthsayers. What's a truthsayer?
if my sister's going to spend the next 10 years here, we need to take precautions.
Once your sister is here, she will be treated as every other student.
That's not acceptable.
Well, that is unfortunate.
Human beings rely on lies to survive. Lying is among the most sophisticated tasks a brain can perform. All of them signs that we work to perceive in truth-saying.
Good news, little sister.
So it went well.
This time next week she'll be ours.
Battlestar Galactica. Come on. It resembles the Battlestar with its nacelles pulled in.
Nacelles.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on the body, not the blade. Your eyes, they can lie, but this will tell you where your opponent's heading, even before they know. Between your swordmaster training and the sisterhood, worried Nezzy will grow too full of herself to bat.
How was the sisterhood?
Well, if you like barren landscapes and minimalism, you'll be very happy.
Your issues on Arrakis will be a thing of the past, and spice will flow.
Your Majesty, I'm sorry to be frank, but your issues on Arrakis aren't going away. Not without my ships to protect the harvest from Fremen attacks.
He's trying to make a fool of me.
I believe Arrakis is the sand planet with those worms. And this talk of spice, I think, is a valuable resource that they need to, like, travel through space.
Okay.
You wish to serve the great houses as truthsayers and shape the flow of power.
These were the best you could find.
If you think it's so simple to deceive, sister, tell us, why are you here?
My mother and father sold me to a man who made his money peddling the flesh of children. I slit his throat in his sleep. Then I went home and did the same to my parents.
I wore this when I first met your father. He was a stranger to me, too. It's a symbol of strength. Something I wish you'd show a little more of.
Damn.
I mean...
This arrangement isn't what I wanted.
Why not? I hear Richese is quite charming.
The boy is 9.
Every year before he comes of age is mine to do with what I will. I'd make him younger if I could. I'm getting what I want. You're not the only one who knows how to negotiate.
I'm surrounded by vipers, Kasha. And Duke Richese is the worst of them all. What is it, Kieran?
There's a soldier here from Arrakis.
Can't you deal with it?
It's Desmond Hart, sir. He survived.
We heard your regiment was wiped out in a Fremen attack.
It was theft.
His story is true, Your Majesty. Or at least he believes it to be.
Actually, Your Majesty, I was hoping that I could get an assignment here at the palace.
In the meantime, we're about to have quite a party. Join us.
Seems like too much of a coincidence.
Way too much.
Yeah.
I recognize that actor from
him?
From the Viking miniseries. I think it's on Netflix.
Okay. So the princess is getting married.
Mm-hmm.
But the person that she's marrying is still not of age?
9 years old.
9 years old.
Remember the day my sisters and I found you? We had no way of knowing what we would discover. A child held captive for years. But the moment I saw you, I knew that one day you would lead our Imperium to a better future.
I've lost track of so many people in this show.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on. What's that?
Do you think it's some sort of, like, message communication?
Device, yeah.
Stop fighting this wedding, Natalia. That boy comes with a fleet of fighters, which I need for Arrakis.
Horse trading?
What's that?
Horse trading?
Yeah.
Time when you took my views seriously. Imperium was the stronger for it.
Yes, well, you and I, we remember things differently.
Dick.
It's time. Not everyone from this school stems from noble houses.
Our aim is not to broaden the princess's worldview, it's to adhere her to our own. We need to pair Inez with someone we can trust to keep her in line.
So, picking a sea dad for the newly arrived sailor?
Mm-hmm.
And given her lineage, she will be a natural-born truthsayer.
Some sort of carrier?
It's a Battlestar.
I think bringing the princess already, or?
It would seem so.
I don't know. Didn't she still have her wedding?
Mm.
Oh, no, wait.
Is
Is this the truthsayer who left? Yeah.
Remind yourself of your purpose. Nothing is more important than your work there. A sister on the throne, that's what we agreed. And this is the marriage that makes it possible.
We're halfway through.
Okay.
God. It's not... Everything feels so anachronistic, juxtaposed. I guess I was expecting more sci-fi and less Games of Thrones.
Well, this is... Yeah.
It's palace intrigue.
Drawn,
Yeah.
And it could be they're just setting the foundation for the rest of the series.
True. I mean, I'm assuming that this series is a prequel to what happens in the movies, simply because in between where they were doing that time skip, they also happen to throw in the fact that like what seemed like the name for the main character from the movies is still like 10,000 years off.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay. So like this is like way back.
A lot more, of that Games of Thrones-ish type thing here right now.
Yeah.
In the first 40 minutes?
Yeah.
Of episode 1.
I know.
I mean, it's not fair to compare to Games of Thrones.
No. And I mean, I never watched Game of Thrones. I just, I guess for lack of a better word, just kind of swords and palace intrigue and.
Well, I mean, it's 10,000 years in the past from the.
Yes, but
Wars.
No. It's 150 years after the Machine Wars.
And 10,000 years before what?
I'm assuming what happens in the movies.
Okay.
Which. Exactly.
I was making another Game of Thrones reference, but you won't get it, so it's no point.
I mean. Yeah. A lot of characters. I mean, as of right now, the princess, her family, the sisterhood. Like that's it. That's all I'm picking up.
Again, I think maybe they're just laying a foundation.
Yeah. A lot of exposition.
Lot of it. And who knows? There's 40 minutes left of this episode-ish. All right, they could just be building to something that sets it off.
Yeah.
But right now, it just seems like a lot of foundation laying, introducing characters, introducing, like, plot lines.
Yeah.
Right, because there's more than one plot line going on here.
Well, okay, so, like, obviously the wedding.
Yep.
Obviously the sisterhood has some sort of machinations that they're working towards. I want to say it has to do with, like, power and breeding. Like,
well, it seems like they want to have influence on, a large scale and have somebody at the seat of power.
Yes. So take somebody who's in a seat of power and then fold them into the sisterhood. That way they already have that.
Well, it's not just that. So somebody they have primed
to
come in, all right, imbue them with their influence.
Yeah.
And then have that person take power.
Yes.
Right. Now, Mother Valea, she demonstrated a really unique power.
Yes.
Right? Of, like, making somebody do something. With just her voice.
Yes.
All right? So there is that really, could be used for good or terrible horror, like it was when she had her adversary just heal herself.
Yeah.
All right. She seems to have become drunk with power.
I mean, she's in charge of the sisterhood now.
Yeah, but you could be in leadership without. It seems that all she cares about is that power.
Yes, and I feel like she's using the prophecy, or at least the nightmare of, I guess, the future to justify her actions.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's very much her way or no other way.
Yes.
All right. And don't you forget that if you don't like it, I can make you kill yourself. So it's tough. It's too early. Too early right on to tell. I think we're coming to a Red Wedding event. That's a Game of Thrones reference.
So
very, very
enough within pop culture that I know what it means.
Okay.
Everybody dies.
Okay. So
yeah, I mean,
I just get that feeling of like a red wedding about to happen.
Okay.
All right. Which might push the princess against the sisterhood, which would be super interesting.
Yeah.
But don't know.
Let's do it.
No point of reference.
Let's find out.
All right, let's go.
Oh, the 9-year-old.
Yeah.
Completely flaked on. I was like, what's this kid doing here? Is he a ring bearer?
He's Tyrion Lannister. He's a midget.
Oh, no. I don't know what that means.
A ring bearer?
No, I thought you said Lannister.
Oh, it's the name of a character in Game of Thrones.
Your Majesty, and the future, your royal line, in royal wounds.
Why do you dismiss her out of hand? It wasn't out of hand. I heard what she said, and then I dismissed her.
Well, I mean...
I have grown our ranks. Our hands are poised on the levers of power, and yet our grasp on it is still fragile.
Control is always fragile.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do?
You don't actually have to speak. Father says this is just a formality.
Ceremonies and rituals. I wonder why Dad is positioned in between the two.
Mm-hmm.
The profit is there. It's simple mathematics, really.
I'm sure you're right, Baron Harkonnen. Let me think about it.
That guy has the same surname as Valya Harkonnen.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have there?
Nothing.
He's a 9-year-old boy.
Yeah, for real.
What do you expect?
Let's see.
Is it a pet?
Yeah, it has to be. Oh, or we could be wrong.
Could still be a pet. Machine Wars?
Mm-hmm.
I guess after the Machine Wars, we would live in a zero robotics.
Is forbidden.
And tell me you're all afraid of a little toy.
Afraid?
Let us overlook this transgression.
She's not happy.
No, not at all.
Just spat in the face of everything my family stands for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes sense. I now understand why everything's so anachronistic, because...
Thank you, Nez.
You pull something like that again and I'll stab you myself, you little shit.
It's a way to leave an impression on your newlywed spouse.
Yeah, right?
You can't keep picking pieces off the board just because they disagree with you. If you want to protect her, Tula, get her head straight.
Because that's her intention.
Yeah, of course. But in a society that fears advanced technology, obviously...
They sure as hell have a lot of it.
No, but not as much as I would think. I guess it explains why this place feels like a cross between Skyrim and Halo.
We're going to Division. One last night out, you and me.
Drugs. Drugs never change.
Yeah, but I wonder if it's spice.
Could be.
I don't know. I don't know what... I know that they need it for space travel. I just don't know if it's...
Imagine storing dilithium crystals
Oh my god. You might as well put JP5 in your gas tank.
Might as well.
Oh. So not quite red wedding-y enough?
No.
Yeah.
Not red wedding at all. Well, then again, that wasn't the wedding. That was the engagement party.
Oh, I thought this was like the reception after the wedding. I thought the wedding. I thought the wedding was like literally just them like feeding each other.
No, Ines says once the marriage falls through.
Secundus. Every time I hear that, I think of like one of the moons over Nirn.
Your Majesty, the theft of spice is a mere symptom. Your troubles are far greater than just Arrakis.
Do tell.
More and more people question if we're too quick to discard the machines. I feel this wedding is wrong.
Then call it off.
And lose control of Arrakis. Without spice, the great houses would feed me to the worm.
I wonder what he's thinking.
I don't know. So
drones over New Jersey.
What?
Those ships were the drones over New Jersey.
Oh no. Thumpa thumpa.
Wampa wampa.
Wampa wampa.
Jumpa jumpa.
Jumpa jumpa. So
It's your type of music. Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants.
See, that's like the beats per minute on this music is just not fast enough.
Not fast enough?
Not fast enough. This is really just background music. It's not just the thumpa thumpa. It's the feeling of just wanting to move and keep moving. See those blue eyes?
Where? Hers, yeah.
Yeah, I think that has something to do with spice.
Mm.
I had a English teacher in high school. Great guy, but a little off color.
Mm.
He once told his class, he said, dancing is just a substitute for something you'd rather be doing horizontally.
It's no beam done.
I guess. So, The Princess and the Swordsman.
Yep. And creative editing on our parts.
Nah, I mean, they haven't shown much of anything yet. So, in other words, they've never hooked up before, but she waited till she got married?
Evidently.
Yeah.
Definitely have to credit this one.
Everything's a joke to you. Why are you even here?
Weren't you listening? I killed my parents.
I don't think she was joking.
Yeah, neither.
I think she was telling the truth. And
But
the
there
lie
was
was that she was joking.
Yeah.
Your story was a lie,
Was it?
but there was truth behind it.
Yeah, exactly. What was the lie? Is this the girl that they said was a natural empath?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
One way or another, our past always finds us.
That's ominous.
Very.
Yes. I just made the connection that the name of the series is Prophecy. So in other
Because there seems to be a
words-
lot of it going on.
Yeah, but I guess the importance of truth. King seems unsettled.
Mm-hmm. He's starting to trust his instincts.
Yeah, but I mean, he's been led astray by the sisterhood. All of these truth sayers pretty much pushing their own agenda. And I'm still unsure to what end. To what? To avoid the prophecy? To avoid the destruction that they
Believe
dreamed?
it's coming? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's something to that.
Well, it feels like self-fulfilling, though. It feels like the harder they push away, the more likely they are to make it
pushing
happen.
towards- absolutely.
How Greek tragedy is that?
Well, I mean, Kasha kind of said it, right? How do we know that we're not flying right into it through our own actions?
Yeah. The survivor.
Mm-hmm.
And a sandworm.
Because why not?
Why not? I mean, it is sci-fi.
Mm. And what is sci-fi without sandworms?
What is sci-fi without sandworms?
I don't know.
Oh, he's got a little friend.
That's been massacred.
No. It seems like it's still kicking.
There you are.
I had a bad dream.
What's going around, kid? Join the club.
You want to tell me about it?
No.
You try to kill my friend.
Father says we become far too strict about such things.
Has he?
And why are you here? There's no war here.
There's a war hidden in plain sight, waged by an enemy that has made themselves indispensable.
Ooh, the sisterhood.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is why I've been gifted a great power.
Ooh.
To win a war requires sacrifice, and yours, it won't be in vain.
Is he doing this with his mind?
Yep.
Interesting.
Right?
So, like, combustion?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's a bit wild.
Interesting. Well, there goes the 9-year-old.
And there goes a thought.
Is this Sister Keisha?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
So it's affecting her at a distance?
Because maybe she was connected to him?
Maybe. Oh, I wonder if the survivor attacked the boy knowing that it would hurt Keisha.
But she wasn't attached to the boy. She was attached to the princess.
Who knows? I mean, maybe she was attached to both of them because she was trying to foster this union.
Oh, no idea.
I don't know. But, Keisha.
Where's he, Mother? Where's he?
This is where they're going to leave it.
Of course. I mean, it's where I would leave it. Ta-da! Directed by... Okay.
Damn it.
Dune Prophecy, Season 1, Episode 1, The Hidden Hand.
We've gone through 5 pilots. 4 pilots.
Technically 5, but we're going to have to do some creative editing with The Last of Us.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So we went through
5
pilots.
Yes.
How is it that I want to continue to watch all 5?
Because you
like
typically...
This one, I like need to...
You're the...
Cliffhangers, man. Cliffhangers.
Well, I mean, that's good storytelling.
It is.
So, I will say that...
I don't understand how Kasha is connected to the prince, which she was part of the princess's family the entire time.
Yes.
Right? And why would that affect Keisha and not the princess?
True. But part of me wonders if Keisha's involvement was specifically to foster this union, and maybe in being involved in both of their lives is what created this connection between Keisha and the boy.
But was it established that Keisha was involved with the boy's family at all? Because if you remember, during the negotiation, there was 2 truth-sayers.
There was. I wonder if one was from one family and the other one was from the other.
Yeah,
but
I would imagine.
But both still pretty much driving the, I guess, the mission of the sisterhood.
Yeah. And what we don't know is if the other sister got hurt as well.
No, we don't.
That's not answered.
No, I'm assuming it's just Keisha, simply because we're focused on her as far as she had that nightmare and then she had this, what's the word? Immolation?
Immolation is the appropriate word for it.
Okay.
Wow.
No, that was good.
That was good.
That was good.
I mean, I felt the crescendo was coming. Wasn't the red wedding that I thought it would be, which would be again another. If they did the red wedding and cut it there
in the first episode, I mean that would
be
overkill.
No, that would be like, hey,
no one's safe.
No one's safe.
It's like all these characters that you got to know.
Look,
gone.
No one's still safe. Still no one's safe.
Oh no,
9-year-old boy,
which makes sense,
right? And then Keisha,
yeah.
However,
K $, huh?
Whatever. Anyway, more importantly, All right, so no kid for marriage. All right. And the truthsayer for the princess family is gone.
Are we sure she was princess's family?
Yes.
Okay. I mean,
because she said goodbye to the princess before she came back.
That's true. Why? I keep calling him the survivor. Why his actions towards the boy would affect her?
That's a big question.
That is a big question, but
how are we going to find that out?
We'll find that out if the audience engages with this video. So
let us know that this is what you want us to go after.
Let us know that this is what you want us to finish, because between this and the other 4 pilots, them being Stranger Things, Last of Us, Arcane, and Star Trek Lower Decks, whichever episode for the month of January gets the most engagement, views, likes, shares, comments, that'll be the series that we end up going forward with after our February movie month. So if you could help us do all those YouTube things, like, comment, subscribe.
Tell your friends. Tell your family. Tell perfect strangers. Do not tell truthsayers. The boys at GVSV are having a good old time.
Why not the truthsayers? They didn't do anything wrong to you.
Man, they are not to be trusted.
Okay, well, don't trust the soothsayers. But join us this adventure. 1, 2, 3, let's go.
See ya.
I definitely feel warmer.
Yep.